hello. It's I, Leonard Shoehorn, ASMR. And for my first video, I felt like kicking off the channel with one of my favorite fan fictions. On Wattpad by BobbyBallsack. The story is about what really happened on the K. A book by Theodore Taylor, written in 1969. The book is about a boy who gets stranded on an island after a shipwreck, and he gets stranded there with a hulking nigger named Timothy. And this fan fiction is about the true ending of the K. Without any further ado, let's begin. What Really Happened on the K by BobbyBallsack. I'm going to tell you what really happened on the K. Not that sugar-coated piece of crap of a black man changing a scrawny-ass kid's view about racism. Instead, he claimed him hard. It was July 20, 1942. D-Day didn't happen yet. My name is Philip Enright. I live in Curacao, an island off the Bahamas. I was torpedoed in the SS Hato. And I don't know what the fuck, man, but I was torpedoed. I fell off the ship, and I looked back and saw my mother. I was then hit in the back of the head with a plank from the remains of the ship. I woke up about 5 hours later and saw a big black old man about the size of a gorilla. He had white hair and a huge bulge sticking out of his underwear. By the look of my face, he knew I was the one, but I didn't know yet. He then noticed me. Wake up. He soon got a plank and hit me over the head with it. After 2 hits, I woke up with my trousers down and white cream filling inside my butthole. My stomach ached and my mouth was salty. I looked up at him and saw that he gave a widened smirk. He then said to me, "You taste good, boss." I then realized that I was on a ticket straight to hell. He pushed me on the raft and gave me 2 spanks on the booty. He then got 2 fingers and shoved them up my butthole. He put the poo in his mouth and said, "Yum, boss." I was so scared that moment. My eyes were burning, but from what? We crashed into a K and our raft broke. Timothy died from the damages. I heard a thump, then I felt the dead body fall to my feet. I was free, but I wasn't. I then saw a girl. She was about 15 years of age, perfect for my wedding tackle. She greeted with a formal hello and an ordinary smile, but I couldn't take her any longer. I tackled her to the floor gently. She was confused, but she knew what I was doing. We started to get off. Our lips locked together, and I knew she would be mine soon. Very soon. She unbuckled my pants and unbuttoned my shirt. She started to softly reach down to my stomach and started licking. I laughed so hard that I got a boner and started yelling, "Ah, ooh, 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 ah, yeah, ah." My fingers weave into her hair very gently. I tug her hard unexpectedly. I roll my head to the left and reveal my neck for easier kissing. I groan as the sensation registers, and I feel more free. My eagerness is bursting. I feel her getting more close to me, and I make her moan as I tug harder and harder on her hair. I then get near her head and bite her earlobe and tug softly, saying, "Are you a virgin?" She then replies, "Yes." It was my time now. I then tug her shirt off, but there was no bra. "I like no bra, baby. It's taking all of my self-control not to fuck you in the sand." I could tell in her eyes that she was excited and eager, ready to be plummeled by me, and I softly touched her and was ready. I pulled off her skirt and started stroking where the pussy is being separated by the panties. I gave a deep breath and I knew I was ready to take her maidenhood. I scoop her hair off her back so it hangs down to the right side, curling at her breast. I place my index finger at the nape of her neck by ankle lining. Knowing drags it down my spine. My fingernails grazing her skin. My breathing changes, becoming shallow, rushed full of expectation. I then undress her last part, the panties. As I was doing that, she said to me, "How old are you?" I replied, "That doesn't matter, baby. It just matters that we are going to populate this K." I then started feeling her breasts. They were perky stopped, and I was inside her for 5 minutes trying not to explode while she was there. She clasped her hands, holding on